Now I come to the student and alumni segment of our open hour, and we're proud that the LITIC is a global community and an opportunity to bring people together so they can meet others, knowledge share, network, and of course make new friends. Making friends is very important. The program is ultimately about you and our students, the people to whom we deliver the program, and it's important that in mind that we listen now to our students and alumni on the program. So can I please welcome Jandre, Lena, Marlena, Azar, Diana, and Varsha. Again, my apologies that I don't have access, I can't access who's online right now. So if I call out your name, I'd be very grateful if you could just come on screen or come on board and just answer a few questions now I'm about to give you. So apologies that I can't see the audience list. But I'll begin with Jandre. Is Jandre online with us?
Hi, Presh. Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Jandre. Fantastic to see you. So Jandre is from Luno, a secure cryptocurrency platform that lets you buy, sell, store, and trade Bitcoin and Ether. So, Jandre, what inspired you to pursue the LITIC?
So, as you've mentioned, I'm in the fintech space and working for a cryptocurrency company. So, we are generally inclined to be quite tech focused across the business, and that includes the legal team, which I'm very grateful for because that's allowed us to, I think, started early on with contract management workflows, normal, almost want to say workflow management tools. And this was quite distributed between the team members, everyone jumping in where they can. But as basically the legal operations industry has grown quite a lot and our team has grown a bit as well, we actually saw opportunity to create operations function. And I'm lucky enough to be the person that stepped into that operations role. But as I didn't really have much experience other than the tools that we were currently using, we looked to the market to see where is a course that can maybe give me a broad overview of what is there in the operation space, what is general topics and tools out there that we can be aware of. And I think Lytic was amazing in helping me build that solid base for this function and my understanding of legal operations.
Thank you very much, and thank you for raising fintech because you've just touched upon the interdisciplinarity of legal technology, that it's not just for lawyers, but of course cuts across many different fields. And so thank you very much for introducing that aspect, and we great to hear from you. Thank you very much, Andre.
Perfect, no
Uh,
problem.
Thank you. Can I have the next slide, please? So is Lena online, please?
Yes, I'm here. Hello,
Hi,
good
Lena.
evening, everyone. Hi,
Yeah.
hi,
Hi.
Doctor.
Hi. Good to
How are
see you.
you?
Thank you. I'm not
Yes,
bad. Thank you. How are you?
very well. Great, great to see you all.
Wonderful. So, Lena, you're a lawyer, an arbitrator, and mediator with over 20 years of professional legal experience,
Mhm.
in particular in all aspects of QAT law. So, tremendously experienced. So what inspired you to take the LITIC?
Yeah. So I really wanted to greet all of you and wanted to say what's inspiring me that since we have experienced the pandemic on 11th of March 2020, it was declared by WTO that it is an official pandemic, global pandemic, that we have to live with it. And it was that it has initiated us and forced us to rely on consecutive precautionary and preventive measures. At that time, we had to adopt working from distance along with technology platforms in almost everything, starting with e-appointments, e-filing, e-signatures, and so on and so forth, that we have to definitely safeguard public health and the community's well-being. Me, as in a legal professional, must also be coping with the digital transformation and relating to touching all aspects of life in education and e-commerce and health as well. So therefore, I started to learn more about the legal tech to study the protection and intellectual property and applications, where I found it more flexible to use technology. It makes everything easier to deal deal with, to reach with a paperless work environment, I have started to call upon with my team in the office, as well in the committee that I chair in the Kuwait Bar Association, to start doing and conduct many episodes of raising awareness and legal awareness of investment and business modules and topics. So when I found this interesting, I want to salute my ex-colleague that he was graduated from the cohort 1, Amr Wajih, that he was a student also with the LITIC. And when he was telling me about it, I found it very interesting. I was looking for such source of legal tech study, and including also to develop the technology tools to use it in such techniques for both my law firm legal services and to my clients, and to adopt smart and digital quality of legal services in my law firm, while increasing operational and efficiency and performance for the clientele key sectors. Then that's how it was inspiring me that I found all the professionals and lecturers are of highly experienced. And when I started with the modules one by one, it was so exciting and simple, whereas I had a fear that how to do it, the smart contracts. Let's say I used to know it as our law that has stipulated some terms of how legal terms can be just adopted to smart contracts. However, I found in technical, I have bridged the gaps. I found these modules that bridge the gaps for physical and the theory that I had in the laws, the platforms. All of such were bridging the gaps and the application through attending sessions with all insightful modules and participating in discussions through deep learning, also in complete study of the such legal technology. And also I wanted to salute my team that we had worked on our assignment, Angela and Taksin and Lamis. Thank you so much for this opportunity that I have to say this participation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nina. Thank you very much for your time today as well. Has my okay, 1 second, please. My camera's just froze, but I think I'm back now. So thank you very much, Lena, for your time today. You touched upon a lot of values there. I mean, towards the end, collaboration, the opportunity to work with your team is obviously a really core thing that we seek to promote here. And you're right in touching upon how the pandemic's changed our understanding of space-time, and of course technology all goes to space, so it brings us all closer together and changes the way in which we work. So thank you very much for your time today. I'm really grateful. Next I have Marlene. Is Marlene on the line, please?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Hi, Marlene.
Hi.
So you're from Ajuta, one of the best academic law publishers in South Africa. So my question to you would be, how do you tend to apply the skills that you've learned on the LITIC in your career?
Yes, being the oldest legal publisher in South Africa, it's we're celebrating our 170 years in publishing, and for us, we're just being so passionate about developing affordable solutions for making law accessible to all. And just over the past few months, I've learned so much in this with my cohort and the facilitators that allowed me to just bring my learnings to my team and into the day-to-day. And I think, the one thing is that you're so overwhelmed when you learn and think about legal tech and law tech. And if you understand, and I don't know how, it's a brilliant way that they've managed to put all this into this course, and to realize that the legal tech is not the panacea, but just an enabler, and we must utilize what we have. And the great thing about it just being in such a global cohort, you just find that the issues we're facing are global, and everybody's has a solution, and there is a solution. And I think it was one of the best decisions I took to take this course. So thank you very much. And yeah, it's just been such a great learning and such great insight.
Thank you very much, Marlene, for your time as well. Really, we could have had an hour and a half of just a student panel, because you have so many valuable contributions to make. And Shaq, I hope you're taking notes, and we could have a student panel for much longer next time. I really do feel as I'm rushing everyone, and I do apologise for that. I'm conscious that we have an hour.
all quite all right.
But again, you touched
Thank
upon
you.
something very valuable for us, which is the global nature of the course. So thank you very much to you as well for your contribution for today. Diana, is Diana on the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Diana. Thank you very much. You're an experienced attorney, notary, public law and conveyancer, currently working at the Office of Legal Services Ombudsman. So what do you think are the strengths of the LITIC, please?
Thank you, Parisha. Let me just start off by saying that I am not tech savvy by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that is exactly the reason why I decided to do the course. I felt that there was so much I could learn, and indeed I have learned. The course was challenging for me. It was not easy, but it was fantastic also in the sense that I love the diversity of the speakers. I mean, we had the teachers from all over the world. I found that so engaging, and it was very interesting. And also the global reach of LITIC, and just our cohort from everywhere. I think that is one of the strengths of the program, is that we engage with people from all over the world, and we wouldn't normally have that kind of opportunity. And also for me, the course was an absolute eye opener. It has just introduced me to a whole new world. I loved courses that more the soft skills. I loved design thinking and innovation and storytelling. So it was just so much that I was introduced to. And I agree with Christina when she says that, as lawyers, we need some understanding of legal technology, and that gives us comfort. And that is what the course has given to me. So yeah, I'm in a very exciting space after having done the course. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. And you touched upon one of my keen interests, which is storytelling, which I think has a fundamental part to play when it comes to the law. So thank you very much for that, and talking so warmly about the program. I'm really grateful. Thank you. Azza, are you on the line?
Hi, yes, I am.
Hi, Azza. Thank you very much for being with us. You're a knowledge lawyer based in the Knowledge and Legal Delivery Department at Clyde & Co. And you're also now a faculty member on the LITIC, and an ambassador for the program. And it's great to have you with us. So, Azza, what do you think are the strengths of the program?
So firstly, thank you for having me joining you all tonight. This program blew my mind when I did the program. It was amazing. And I think some of the key strengths, I mean, I could sit here all evening talking to you about strengths, but for me, there were three that stood out in particular. The first one was the practical hands-on approach. You not only are taught and told about a lot of the different tools and tech that's out there, but you have a practical approach to it. A lot of the modules you have sort of assignments of sorts where you're actually working with the tech, and I think that is amazing. I love that. So that was my first biggest benefit and strength of the course. The second thing, and I'm going to lean on what Diana said, is the global nature of the course. Where you can make colleagues and friends from across the world. I mean, I can share from a personal experience in my cohort. I think I was the only South African in the cohort, but what happened was we had people from all over the world. It was challenging with the time zones with some of the colleagues, but it is great to learn about them, about their cultures. But more importantly, you keep that network going onwards afterwards. I went to go work from Dubai for a little while, and I ended up bumping into one of my fellow cohort members, and our friendship grew further, but also discussions around legal tech and innovation grew a lot further. So that global nature is really something that takes it to the next level. And keeping on the theme of people, and the third thing that I think is one of the greatest strengths of this course is your alumni network. I look forward to, I see there's a lot of new faces that's going to be joining our alumni from the latest cohort, and a lot of South Africans, which I love seeing, but a lot of people from across the world. So the alumni network is something that I really love. I love championing it as well. And it is something that one not only allows you to grow your network, which is quite important, but it allows you to grow your knowledge and your skills, sharing with one another your developments. You know, you've got a question, you can bounce it off there. We've got our athletic clubhouse, alumni clubhouse, which happens from time to time, and that's quite interesting as well. You get to learn a lot more. The ongoing learning, I mean, when there's new developments in legal tech, you keep on learning, and for me, I think that's important. As for me, something that I grew up learning about is seek knowledge from the cradle of the to the grave, and I truly believe that this course gives you that opportunity by just keeping you in this alumni network. There's a lot more that I can say on strengths, but I think I'm going to leave it there. Otherwise, I'm going to take everyone's time tonight.
No problem, Asaf. Thank you very much. And I think that you've touched upon something which I think is important, that these relationships don't just end when the course ends, but they carry on and we continue learning from each other. As I have from you, Asaf, I'm really happy to put the face to the name, because I follow you very intently on LinkedIn, and I've learned a lot from you. So thank you very much for the opportunity to meet and talk to you today. So thank you. And Varsha, are you on the line? Varsha? Hello?
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm on the line. Sorry, I was in mute.
No problems at all, Varsha. So you're a consultant at MasterCard and also a member of the LITIC program. So a question to you, and the final question to you, and how has the LITIC program helped you connect with other professionals in the field?
Okay, thank you, Paresh. Thank you, Paresh. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, Varsha, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. There was a lag in the line. So in fact, I would say, it has helped me in two ways in the sense. One, definitely, doing LITIC, it put me in touch with a wider community at large all over the world, because of the diverse, faculty that we had with an amazing experience. It just really helps you give a very diverse perspective with people all over, people from, basically you name a place and you would have a great faculty sitting there with amazing stuff. And the other aspect I would say is definitely I'm a lawyer, but it did also made me help forge connections with people in the tech space and legal ops, people outside of my usual connection. And that's a great asset to have, because slowly, as you see, I think every lawyer should need to be a little well versed with some basic aspects of AI contract automation, which does come with some certain level of education in terms of how things work, with a bit of text. So with that aspect, I would say definitely people within the legal space, people outside the legal space, and definitely, and with the faculty, with all aspects and all walks of life. I'll pause here.
Thank you very much. And I think that one common theme that's come out amongst all of the presentations from our students is the opportunity for people to come together. And it's great that technology enables that. I mean, just Microsoft Teams today has enabled that. But when you go into the complexities of technology, bringing people together is something which we're very passionate about. And my gratitude to all of you for being with us today and sharing your contributions and your warmth and everything else. And I really do hope that Shaq, you will bring together a much broader and longer student panel. So I'd love to hear from our alumni and students.
Paresh,
So
we've
thank you
got
very
just 30 seconds. We've got Vincent on from France, and I know Vincent, a big supporter of the programs. It'd be good to get 30 seconds view from him.
100%. So Vincent, over to you. It'd be great to
Yeah,
if I'm here, but hi Vincent, but thank you very much again. So apologies for cutting over you, but thank you to all of our students. My gratitude to all of you. So thank you. Vincent, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you. Well, one thing that I think we already touched base on, but I really would like to insist upon one thing that was really I found that very great. It's the fact that it was not just about theory. I mean, there were a lot of things that allow us to go into practice. I mean, just to name a few, like it's the first time in my life that I created a legal chatbot. And which means that it's not just about listening, right? It's also about doing. And another thing, a very good exercise, I think, for many of us was to work on the legal design, and again actually walking the talk and having, I mean, just in front of us the paper and working on that and sharing actually best practices among all of us. So that was really, really great. So thanks for that.
Thank you very much, Vincent. And really, that's an important element of the course, that it's not just, as Jack said, talk and chalk and just learning something academically, but it's the opportunity to apply in practice, whether that be via tools or strategy or transformation. So thanks for your contribution, Vincent. I'm really grateful for that. And of course, to Jandre, Lena, Marlene, Azar, Diana, and Varsha, and Vincent, thanks for giving up your time today. I'm really grateful. Thank you. As we now approach the end of the open hour, I'd just like to touch upon a final point, which is obviously something that I'm sure people have.
Just on, sorry to cut over you, but just in case there's some questions, feel free to raise your hands at any time. I know we're almost at the top of the hour. If anyone needs to drop, you can drop, but you know, I'm happy to stay back a few minutes longer to answer any questions. So I know Jamil put a comment in, so it'd be good to squeeze some Q&A in now, Paresh, before, when the rest we can email out the details on the course, etc.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. I was going to sort of address the pricing plan and the pricing of the program, which is obviously the final point, which I think people would want to know about. That the full course fee is currently set at £4,950 sterling and $6,400 US. We do have regional discounts available, and also a payment plan as well, which is a 6 to 12 month interest free payment plan. But you can also talk about fees with our director of client relations, Kevin Quinn, who's also on the call with us today. Kevin, if you want to drop your email address into the chat section, I'd be very grateful. But with that in mind, as Shaq mentions, happy to take questions and answers. So please feel free to raise your hand and I'll come to you. Jamil, please.
Thank you. This is Jamil Ahmed. Very briefly, I'm a tax professional, and I'm looking for a career transition. So I have done LLB from University of London as an external student. Recently, I completed a few months back. So I just want to know if I go for this certificate, LATIC. So how would it be helpful for me as for the career transition in a maybe legal tech field? How would it help me? And I haven't done any practice as yet as a lawyer because I'm doing a job as a tax professional.
Thank you very much, Jamil, for your question. Christina, would you like to address that question?
Yeah, so I think there are a lot of synergies between these professions, particularly tax, accounting, and legal. So there's a lot of transferable skills in that. And I think that there are also a lot of jobs in legal which are not just about being a lawyer, and a lot of jobs in the industries that support legal services, which are definitely not about being a lawyer. So one of the things we try to do in this course is to open up your minds to all manner of possibilities. We've had entrepreneurs. I can see Miklos on the call. We have people who set up their own businesses, and are really doing that successfully as a result of building their understanding, their skill set, or from taking the certificate. So I guess I'd see it maybe as a platform for you to really develop out the next stage of your career, and to do that with a lot of support and help from the faculty, but also from your fellow colleagues. So encourage you to come along, and I'm sure that you gain an awful lot out of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina, for answering that question. Thank you. Are there any further questions? Hands up if there are, please. Any further questions? I see that Kevin's puts his email address in the chat box. If anyone does have any questions, Kevin's our director for client relations. So please do feel free to contact Kevin. Kevin, would you like to say a word or two?
Yeah, I mean, just to say, I'm always happy to obviously chat to people within the field. I mean, again, kind of going back to the storytelling side, I've always been in the technology field, so I've come over from you know, kind of a different field of thing. I did often get that kind of imposter syndrome almost going into the legal tech space, because as Christine has just mentioned there, I've never been a lawyer, I've never professed to even want to be a lawyer, to be fair. But there's been such a kind of a wonderful community of people, and I'm very fortunate to have met everyone who's completed the course already. But it's been great because everyone seems to communicate so well, and they have that real kind of camaraderie, I think. So it's been nice to enjoy, to speak to everyone and join everyone.
Thanks, Kev. Yeah, I think just a couple of FAQs before we sign off. And I know these will be asked, is capacity and kind of schedule. So we've been agile enough to take feedback over the last few cohorts, and it started off as a 12 to 16 week program, and now it's a 20-week program. Some of the feedback we've had, we're still trying to create some more breathing space within the schedule to make sure that naturally, as lawyers, the billable hour is still king, and we want to make sure we don't take too much of your busy kind of schedule. So we are making it compatible with the busy work lifestyle of life and work. So reach out to us, any concerns. Normally, if there are challenges, we're happy to roll people over onto subsequent cohorts. Also create a learning plan where people need that support. So, we're here to get you over the line. We're totally flexible. And, there's always some exciting tech to be plugged into each cohort. So watch this space. It's just going to get bigger and better.
Thank you, Shaq. Thank you very much for that. Are there any final questions before we end today's session? If I can ask people to put their hands up, please. I think I can't see any hands up. So, Shaq, I'll just bring the session to a close now.
Yeah.
So thank you very much to everyone for participating today. We passionately believe in the transformative nature of legal technology and bringing people together. You've heard from us, you've heard from our faculty, you've heard from our students, and that really much it's a student-centered program where we put the student at the heart of our program, and your sort of learning and teaching experience is obviously very important to us, and we hope that you'll join us. If you have any questions, then please do feel free to reach out to Kevin, our director for client affairs. His email address is in the box. Kevin is one of the most approachable people I know, and I really do enjoy talking to him. And I'm sure that he'll be really friendly and happy to answer any questions you may have. So my gratitude goes again to everyone at the Institute, to all of our faculty, to all of our students who've given up their time today, to Shaq, to Christina, to Kevin, and to everyone who has participated today to all of our audience who have been here with us today. We are here to serve you, and we're here to obviously ensure that you have the best experience when it comes to legal technology. And rest assured, if you have any questions at all, we're just a click away, and please do feel free to drop us a question or drop us a line. So thank you for your time today. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for turning up.
Good night.
Thank
all.
you so much.
Bye.